Inazowaka zotaura. Inini moyo wangu mai mwana, handidi utsamwe, ndinoda ufare. Inini moyo wangu mai mwana, handidi utsamwe, ndinoda ufare. Wakati ndiwe uchava murora wamai vangu, ukati hauchazofa wandisiyazve. Handibvume kusiyana newe nerudo, ndicharamba ndichishaura kusvika wandinzwa. Zano ndiro ramakanga mandirondera. Akomana, hey, this kind of little Nora is just driving me crazy. Hey guys, I'm going to be straight to the point, okay? If you want to take someone, please, I'm giving you an opportunity to do it right now, because ndichine two more coaching clients to go, and I have just 40 minutes to do this, because 6 o'clock I'm back to work. Saka kana uchiziva kuti unoda kutega kachibva watozviita izvozvo, because atina nguva. We don't have time. So I'm gonna even start even right now, right? Last time I read scriptures. I'm not reading no scripture today. Part 2, I'm just explaining a few things based on the scriptures that we already know, okay? So basically today we are going to be talking about when I say, I'm just gonna try and mention this one, because and this is say, you know, these things. Amen. Right. I'm gonna try and say intimacy, but when I say intimacy, you know, I mean sexual intercourse. I don't mind saying that word. That's a reality. But and is it zukanozondita say. Saka zvikangoti ndinongotaura like that, so be it. So what I'm gonna tell you is those 3 types. Ndichada to clarify a few things, because there are people who don't understand certain things, or they know one thing and they think that's what it is. They don't know the other meaning. So let's start with the oral one. So in the secular world, okay. So in the secular world, when you mention oral intimacy, you know what I mean by that. People think of some men putting their organ into their mouth. I'm not saying everyone has that understanding, but a lot, I would say maybe 90% and over, that is their understanding. They think it's a man's organ in a woman's mouth, right? But let me correct that today. So when we say, I'm just gonna tell you as it is, ndika block on this munozondoona ku Instagram uko. Ndosa ndichiti ndijoine ku Instagram, so ndikavharwa panapa nazuka ndinongokondinya kuInstagram, because ndakabvira kudhara ndichiti join hai, saka unongosaririrawo kana uri munhu asingadi kuteerera. So I'll say it as it is, ndikavharwa munondoona ikokoko kusvika ndavhurwawo, but I don't think it's a big deal. Oral sex, right? It's not just a man putting his organ in your mouth as a woman. Men also perform oral sex. So oral sex basically means you are using your mouth to do a sexual act. It can be a man, it can be a woman. Now, don't rush to think that I'm talking about gay, lesbian, blah, blah, even heterosexual people, husband and wife. As long as you are using your mouth, it doesn't matter whether murume or mukadzi. So it can be a man putting his organ into the wife's mouth, or it can be the man using his mouth to go down the vagina of the woman. Panapa basi kutombodiwa under 18 pano. So if it is a man who likes licking down there, you are using your mouth, it's oral sex. If it is a woman putting her mouth into the husband's penis, it is oral sex. I just wanted to correct that first. If you are licking your husband or wife's anus or anal area, it is oral sex. I'm going to be as raw as I can because some people here want to be helped. They are Christians and they don't know how to go about this. This subject is actually causing people to be at loggerheads in marriages. Some men and some women are going out or they are giving excuses, which I don't go for, to say, oh, I'm going to do it outside because you don't want to do it with me. So we need to correct it. You need to know how serious this is. You need to know how detrimental it is to your own health. Okay. Now let's move on. Obviously, vaginal sex is when the man is putting his penis into the vagina. Okay. And then anal sex. And vaginal sex, it can include as well fingers. Those who are, whether they are, what do you call it, lesbians or whatever it is, blah, blah, blah. Or husband and wife, some people put fingers in there, into the vagina and blah, blah, blah. Then the anal one. Some people put fingers in there. Some people put a man's organ in there. That is anal. So far, we are together. If there's anything else that I've left, you can fill in the gaps yourselves. Now, what are the dangers? When God created us, he said, go, I bless you, go and be fruitful and go and multiply. When God speaks once, listen twice. So he was giving us a hint of where to put those things that can make babies when they're put together. And we know it can only take a matured egg that has been ovulated, moved from the ovaries through the fallopian tubes, and there, when the man is mating with the wife, then the egg gets fertilized, moves into the womb, which is the uterus, right? And the whole process only happens when a man has put his penis into the vagina and ejaculate in there. All right? So when he says, be fruitful and multiply, he has already told you. And it's not like there was a lecture, Adam and Eve and everyone else. God did not call for a couples conference to begin to teach us, oh, you go, there you go. It's an inherent knowledge. It's an inherent understanding. It's an inherent wisdom. Even kids who are not yet mature, those who are playing house or kutamba mahumbwe, if they try to be naughty, some of them without clearly even thinking about it, you will not see that little boy putting his thing into the mouth of that little girl. They will be trying to go there. It's inherent. It's knowledge that God has given. You are born with it. Even ants know this. Birds know this. Dogs know this. What about you, who is created in God's image? Fearfully and wonderfully made. And God's mind is full of you. And he has told us you are the apple of his eye. How about you? You see, some of these things, these are choices that we make. And when God says choose life, some people choose death because these things can cut short your life. They can shorten your life. Let me explain why I'm saying this. When God created us, each part of the body has a different pH and sometimes different temperature. You understand? If you put a thermometer deep inside there, you will be surprised that the temperature might be slightly high than when you put it in the ear or under the armpit or under your chin. Right now, if you put a thermometer here, I wish I had one. Is this working? Okay, so this thermometer here is working. Let me see whether I can do an experiment with you. It's not having any volume, but it's saying 36.4 degrees. Yeah, that's on my forehead. Let's see if I put it under my armpit. 36.4, right? Let me do this. 39.1. Okay, let's start the experiment again. pabuda chenu 36.4. Okay, let me do it again. Muri kuzviona here? Nyora kuti 36.4 mucomment section kana ngoti 36. Ni ndoda kudzidzisa zvinhu zvinobatika because as a medical person ndoda zvinhu zviri sensible, zvine mafacts. Rega tiite mukano. Nyorai kuti 36 on the forehead. 36 on the forehead. Okay. Can you see? 38. Can you see that? Nyorai kuti 38 in the comment section. I hope I have enough time to explain these things to you. So, nyora kuti 38, 39. Francis, wazvona? Munodziya kamukano. Kudziya zvamaidziya ichezvo. Yeah. I'm not going to take my vagina temperature. Okay? I'm not going to take my anal temperature. I'm not going to take my intestines inside rectum temperature. Zvameka sense here so far. Are we together? Zvameka sense. Now, the reason why I did this experiment, itoriwo wisdom from God yangoitika ndakagara hangu mubedroom muno mwana wangu kuti ndangoona temperature Mwari wakati chi shandisai to make it easier and simple for you to explain. Now, temperature, pH, I don't want to talk terminology, and it's not a medical jargon here because I'm gonna try and help even munasinampenda grade 1. The most uneducated person, I want to educate you today because I want you to stop fighting with your husband and your wife. Enjoy intimacy, God-ordained way, safer way that will protect you, that will preserve you, that will cause you to live long here on earth while you are enjoying each other's company and fulfilling your prophetic destinies. Okay? So what I wanted to say is when you... when a certain bacteria goes into your mouth, remember, our mouth is like a kiosk. It's like a tuck shop. You eat madora akaso gadzirwa kwa meno kuluveve uko. And then you eat harurwa dzakagadzirwa kumasvingo uko same day. Then you eat nyeve akafushwa na gogo ako kunyazura uko. Then you also eat some polonia wakatenga kwa food world mumukano meso. Different things, sadama, veggie, whatever. It's like a tuck shop in here. If I don't finish this, I'll have to come back with part 3. If I can't finish it, I'll come back with part 3. It's like a kiosk. It's like a supermarket. It's like TM supermarket. Okay, whatever. Bon Marché. Whatever you want to think of. Woolies, Coles, inside here. And the temperature that is there in that mouth and the pH that is there in that mouth, it helps. God created it like that so that it can not cause you sickness and disease. Your mouth is the dirtiest thing that you can think of, and your hands. All right? So, but when things are going the way that God created it to be, it helps that it doesn't cause sickness. Things get processed along the way. There are some acids there. There are some alkaline fluids in your stomach trying to help to squash, digest the food. And when the food is ready to be absorbed, it's taken up into your body to give you nutrients to make you healthy. But there is some, because of the mixing of those fluids, the mixing of those acidic, alkalinic fluids, blah, blah, blah. Zvinoita kuti chikafu chawadya chizoora kuita kunge kakuora so. But chinenge chakuzasi kwe part of your body uko different. You see, my intestines ako akadividwa into different sections. Okay? Akadividwa into different sections depending on what God wants to do with them. Kuzasi uko, it's just part of your intestines that is keeping the rubbish, toxic, rotten, rubbish stuff to come out of your anal region. So by nature, God created your anal from that small intestines going to your anal rectum and anal region. There are some peristaltic movements that happens. There is a sphincter muscle that is down there that causes you to remain closed until you want to poo-poo, or you want to pass poo, or you want to pass feces. That rotten stuff. Apostle, I'm a bit busy, baby. Can you go to grandma? I love you. Kiss. She and I already. Go to grandma. Let's go.
Let's go.
I can eat.
Chienda unodya enda unodya chienda na go. What do you want mama? Ndiri kuitira andisimboitiri live streaming munomumba but hey chando chiri ku office kwangu wakawa kuzoona heating system yakushanda azvizobudi.
Are you full?
Chiva chienda ikuna chienda mwanangu ndiri kutoitira bedroom, one of the spare bedroom because amana aendanzwa nechando. So down there, it has some muscles that can relax and contract when the time comes. When your brain connects that there is now enough feces in your bottom, and it needs to get rid of it. There is there is an intuition that gets sent down there and causes your body naturally to start causing poo to move down. And naturally, your sphincter muscles, the muscles that are tight enough to close your anal region, they relax and let poo out. That's the whole purpose. They were created by God. And when you finish the last drop of your poo, it tightens up again. Your muscle down there is never meant to be relaxing when it's not time to do that. But you find what is happening now is a human being with their corrupt minds and their corrupt minds and their disgraceful experiences that they do, or experiments that they do. They are now going to cause an erected penis to force its way in there. This hole is never meant to open by forcing things in it. It's supposed to open naturally by the connections of your neurons and nerves and blood supply and everything else down there. But now you find people forcing it open. It's forcing it because it will never relax unless it's poo coming out. Are we together there? Are we together? Don't worry. You have to come back. Guys, if you are not going to be commenting and speaking and all this, because this is a very sensitive topic. A lot of people. And I'm going to be as raw as I can. If it is helping someone. Only if it is going to be helping someone. Am I helping someone? Kana mukasa komenda andinoregedza. So I'm trying to combine, you see, my coaching skills with my medical skills, and I'm trying to use less terminology, very much less. Am I helping you? Aiwa, kana musingadi kuinteract akabva ndiregedza ndogotaura ndege. You are listening, but you have to be interactive. Kuti ndionawo kuti ndiri kutaura nevanhu here, ndionawo kuti ndiri kutaura nevanhu zviri kubatika here, kuitira kuti dango akangwara waiuya nemurume wako panapa. Because problem ndeyekuti eveduwe Jehovah murena we. Problem ndeyekuti ukauya wega uzonomutsanangurira zvinonetsa. So it's either if you are not together because of work commitments or this, muise platform panapa. Because kundibvunza iwa mamuchita kunzwisisa nekubatsirika semurume nemukadzi. Uyai pano semurume nemukadzi. Uyai. Anofanira kuzvinzwira yega. Ukada kuzotsanangura hauzvigoni ka iwewe. Unotostruggle chaicho yako ukada kuzvitsanangura. Now we are talking. Ndoda vanhu vari interactive. Thank you EJ Juru. God bless you for the stars. I really appreciate this. Inguwa wakafutika yandiri kuisa kunge ndiri pano anditi ndingada nditori necoaching client, but ndauyawo kuti ndizokudzidzisa ndikutocoacha. I'm saving lots of marriages here right now, but unongoomerawo kuisa kana mastars 100 zvavo kana 99 kana 50. Itaiwo mwoyo wakanaka sikana, mundipowo simba rekuti ndirambe ndichirana page. Anditi because nditori pamwe uri kutoisa ma-earphones uri kubasa, ini ndofanira kunge ndichionawo something from supporting and helping you to sustain yourselves. So thank you so much, those who are giving me stars. I really appreciate it. So my muscles, they are not supposed to open unless or until they are supposed to open during poo-pooing or passing feces. Anyway, another thing that I need to highlight while I'm on that one, okay? The lining of your anal region, your rectum, going that way is very, very thin. It is very, very thin. It's very thin, okay? Because it's created for just getting things out there smoothly under the influence of the body, mind, and soul and spirit and what. So when you are forcing, whether you are using a sex tool, whether you are using your penis, it's erected. If you have a healthy erection, that erection, it is going to be as firm as a gaka, as a cucumber. It will be as firm as a banana. Not a very raw banana, but not a very ripe in between. Now, when that happens and you are pushing in and out, thrusting in and out, forcing yourself in and out, the problem that happens is you are going to cause bruises, contours. I don't know. Let me say bruises to simplify it. Unono mara mukatumu, because you are rubbing too much and the anal region is not gonna lubricate for sex because it was never meant for that. Apana lubrication. So you are forcing yourself in a very thin lining that is not lubricated for thrusting in and out. So the high chance is you're gonna bruise whoever you're doing it to. Whoever you choose to do it to, you are gonna bruise that person. Are we together? Whether you are going to use your fingers, same order, forcing yourself in there. Guys, let me tell you this. When we are at work and we are doing anal or PR examination, when we are doing that, or we are doing anal examination, when you put fingers in there, rest assured, the person is gonna feel discomfort. Gloves, lubricate. Probably you are trying to check fecal impaction or some hemorrhoids or some piles or some polypses or things like that. Kana ndichida kuona kuti maybe munhu ari kubleeda, ndoda kuona kuti bleeding yacho iri kubva papi, ndopinza chiguno imomo. Munhu anotosunga kudai sotomudza, you have to put them in a medically approved position. Aisingori position yese. Manje mimi mune mchita izvozvo, hautombozi position yacho, hauzivi zvauri kuti you are going in the wrong direction or otherwise you are going this way. Uchidhuma munhu uchicheka ikona. Someone like my comment, please wanna come back. Zviguno izvi zvinofanana here nenhengo yemurume yakakura kupfuura chinhu ichi. Munhu anotoskrima uchitomudza relax, zviguno 2 izvi achirwadziwa. So do you think une pfungwa dzakakwana iwe? Uri kufunga kuti mukadzi wako anozoenjoya? You think your wife ukaona akuenjoya kwatodhamba, wakudhambisa, akusichari zvakunofanira kunge kuri. Wakudhambisa, ukaona akuenjoya zvekusaidi iko wakudhambisa, akusisina kana basa, you have bruised, you have done whatever repeatedly, azvicha make sense, it doesn't make sense anymore. Zvisicharizvo zvakasikwa naMwari. You see the dangers. Let me tell you the dangers. Probably ndingatongokwanisa kutsanangura icho chichi chega ichi kwakubva ndatorwa zvangu pasi, then kana ndazodzoka to move on to the next one. Anditi vamwe vane mazinzara, inini ndatogurira nzara dzangu, but anditombochengeti. I don't like keeping nails. That's not me. Nzara ndo the dirtiest. Kubva pamuromoka, nzara ndo the other dirtiest thing that you can think of. Wachizoita wese vaya vanoita mazipowder avo, vanozora mazimakeup avo, vanozora mazichiichi, ane zinzara rakasvika uku, kunze rinenge richiita kunge rakachena because rakapendwa inonzi chii, whatever you call this ish, iyo ish, nail polish. Handiti, but mukati maro murakaora, ukatarisa mukati kudaiso, kana pana munhu ane nzara hombe une zvivindi panapa. After, usati wanda uno scrub. You see? Hand hygiene. I'm an auditor of hand hygiene at work. I am an auditor. So, so these things that I'm telling you are scientifically proven. Kurwara kunoita vanhu kufa kwese ndosaka makaona pakanyanyotsviriridza coronavirus vanhu vainzi gezai maoko gezai maoko are the most dangerous transmissional way of mheno yekutenderedza nayo zvirwere zvakasiyana siyana. So imagine murume wako anochengeta nzara kana mukadzi wako anochengeta nzara ouya pamwe angada kudhambisa nezviguno handiziti munenge muchitana sei zvangu handiko mumba kwenyu pamwe igirlfriend yako pamwe muri mageya mheno ikokoko muda kudhambisana mheno zvamuri kudara kuita makunzara iwayayo ndo ari kupinzwa mukati imomo mazviguno iwayo ari kupinzwa mukati imomo nemakutsvinewo wambobva kutoilet wanga wakabata dhudhu yako hauna kana kugeza kana kuti sei vamwonya hamugezi futi musati marara. Some of you don't bath before you go to bed. You were holding your thing in and out of the toilet, public toilet. Amana fanika ari kuZimbabwe kutsvina yacho mapublic toilets acho wagara pasiti wambobata chinhu chako chichinongedzesa pasi mutoilet imomomo woita futi weti yacho under pressure ichiparara chisimudza makutsvina munhu abva kwauzita ane gonorrhea ere ane njovhera ipi ane syphilis ere ane chii hauna kuflasha toilet yacho siti hauna kuklina mumwe mutoratidza kuti mutori nepupu kudhara mutoilet imomo penisi yako imomo kana ari mukadziwo maybe wapreswa wazenda wapreswa wanogara pachemba paya hauna matishu ekuklina wangomhanya anoti maziwiwe ako achidzokera kunoroma vulva is the outside of the outside of your vaginal area pamwe pacho mvura yakutochobora yachipinda maybe youare doing poop yatozoti yabva yasimudza mvura mudenga ndiri kudzai sezvazviri because this is serious. Woenda kumba, you don't bath, you don't do personal hygiene, you don't do hand hygiene, you don't do oral hygiene. Zvinhu zviri kungosangana zasi kuya udema vamwe varume pamwe vane foreskin yakarembera uko tsvina iri kupakirana mukati imomo iwewe woenda ndiri kungodhira nezveano today woenda unofosa and as you are when your penis is erected, right, that foreskin sort of like tightens, goes back, and it's not obvious anymore, even if it is right round at the penile hole or whatever it is. But as you are thrusting in and out of that anal region, and you have actually bruised your wife because you are dealing with a very soft or very thin lining in there. Mazitsvina vasora vachituta kumbare kwawambonoodha madomasi kuma-industry kwawaenda unoita dhaka boy kuya uri kuzvizora futi paronda riya rawakwesha riya in your wife's anal region uri kuzvizora zvakachengetwa muswero wese uchitsva nezuva zviri muforeskin zviya waakuzviposhera muanal region yakamarika imwe iri kutobleeda imwe bleeding yacho is obvious but there is a high chance of harboring viruses and bacteria. This is why you find a lot of homosexual people, lesbian, gay people, whatever you call them, they are very susceptible to having my STDs because of where they put that thing. Not just them, but also other people who are heterosexual, who are doing anal sex. Let's be fair. Whether you're homosexual, lesbian, whatever, sexual, heterosexual, if you are doing anal sex, there is a high chance of you getting syphilis, vana gonorrhea, vana chlamydia, vana God knows whatever else, HIV, hepatitis. Ndakashandako saka musafunga notaura ngano panapa. I worked where we were doing colonoscopes. Maybe you missed part 1 of my talk. I worked there. I'm a medical person on top of being a pastor, a neuro-linguistic practitioner, an author, and I am also doing these things. So I worked there. I dealt with them. If you think I'm joking and you don't want to listen to my advice and you choose death, it's your choice. Indeed, I'm just here to help someone who is ready to transform, someone who is ready to start all over again, someone who is ready to rectify their problem. Okay? So this is what I'm telling you. there's a high chance of getting all those sicknesses, hepatitis C especially, sometimes hepatitis B, HIV, gonorrhea, syphilis, chlamydia, all those STDs, cancers, exacerbation of, what do you call it? Exacerbation of mapiles. Piles, they are doing anal sex. But if you have piles, you are not piles or hemorrhoids, and you are doing anal sex, remember, those piles, they are hanging out flesh that are highly vascular, full of blood. And when you do that, you bruise them even more and cause yourself or the person you are doing it to bleed even more and damage yourself more and cause them to be worse and to cause more pain. So next time, before you come to me as a pastor to say, datambra onema piles, datambra onema hemorrhoids, I'm suffering from hemorrhoids, piles, infections down there. Pamwe pacho, you need to be very sure that you are not practicing these things. Another problem, kuna anonzi mafistula, anokwanisa kuitika ku anal region, imomo mu rectum imomo. Inside there, you can develop anonzi mafistula. How? When you continue to bruise someone, uchikwenga, panorapa pachibvaruka, popenzesera pafoma ka pocket. Ka pocket kaya zvakanoita. Let me call it a fistula because I don't want to call it an aneurysm. An aneurysm is something different from somewhere. It will pupu kana yakubuda, because when you push your pupu, the whole thing relaxes. So when you relax now, kana wakamarwa nemurume wako inside there by his penis or a sexual tool or sex tool or something. Pupu iyaya, especially kana iri loose, isiri solid. Zvakaita kunge manyoka kana zvakadaita semi solid. Pakira muka homwe kayake. I believe in explaining things. Let me see to illustrate a name. Okay. Right. Coachi. Let's say this is just my wipes. Let's say no pocket yawakonzeresa along your rectum, inside the lining. When you are now doing poo-poo, this thing is gonna relax and open more. So when loose poo-poo is coming through, it's going to go, pindachi. Maona nda pindachi no. Panofura poo-poo kubva mudumbu mako ichifura nepapa pawakabvarura because of anal sex pepe. Ma poop anonopinda imomomo instead of passing by. Ngatimbobvumirana tanzwisisana here ndapfurira mberi. Ndipewo masters kani. Shuwa nezvandiri kutaura zvese isacrifice guy. Kuda mufundisi wakambosangana anodzidzisa zvandikudzidzisa. Ndiri kuda masters, otherwise ndakutonyarara izvozvo. Yes, ndiri kusevha kaupenyu hwenyu nemahutano, whether you are single, you are pre-marital, you are what, ndiri kutosevhawo life ipo papa. Ngandiridze music, kana mukasandipa masters ndo pataperera nhasi. Ndiri kuda 300 stars up, handisi kutaura. Yes. Mandi muri kubasa muri kuhora. Ndiri pabasa kaizvozvi, so I'm coaching. Sai masters. Na. Isai masters. Isai masters. You are doing, you are jizzering, you are learning, you are benefiting. Wakamufundisa wakambodzidzisa zvino. Chero kubebisha wakambozviudzwa here zvandikuudza. Chero pamakaita premarital counseling and coaching makambozvidzidza here. Asi mumwe kwacho munotenda kunokochwa zvinhu zvashata muchibhadhara. Isai masters. Handisi kutaura. Isai masters. Isai masters. Ndiri kuda 300. Pane munaisa 100. Ndisire 200 masters. Itai mudeme. Otherwise tatopedza for today. Ndipe masters. EJ! Woo! May God bless you. 50. Tasara ne 150. Ndruda 150 stars. Handisi kutaura. Vhura muromo 150 stars. Aiwa, Messi kwete zvimastars zvekudai zvekutenga mastars ekuti ndiwanewo cheuwiri. kwete izvi kuti hanzi aiwa handisida masters ekusuka kudai mucomment section aiwa nda master chaiwo chaiwo kandai masters. I appreciate EJ. EJ has put 150 stars. Aiwa Natasha handisida masters ekuisa mucomment section aiwa ndikureva buy stars kutotenga. Salom Kwaramba watanowanika kupi ukatarisa right at the bottom of your thing musaisa zvimastars zvekudai tengai mastars praise buy stars handisi kuda zvimastars zvekiswa mucomment section ndikuda mastars aunotenga kuti ndiwane something ndoisa sei mastars acho veduwe ukatarisa pazasi let me tell you, let me go to my page ndichishandisa imwe phone guys, I'm teaching good. Andidi kuudzwa tozvizive izvozvo. Right, let me show you. Ukatarisa panapa ndizvi. Oh, Brenda Manomano, God bless you. Mukatarisa panapa nditi muri kuona here there is an icon iri pano iyo yakanzi give ichiona there is an icon yakanzi give muri kuiona pane like love pane comment then pane ka icon ako kakanzi give ako ipo papo ndo paunotenga masters ipo papo pakanzi give ipo papo Wendy Tapera, woman of God, 75 gauge. Tapinda. Right, I shall continue. Aiwa ndikasatodaro mukatozondijairira. Kune vamwe uko muri kupa masters achitukai. Muri kupa vanhu masters ari kushauda ikani. Inini panapa ndiri kudzidzisai zvinhu zvinotokubatsirai. Hamundipika na star. Chiwati kind. Thank you everyone. Pangu hapana ini Facebook light. Ameno. Kana unoda kuisa iri enda kufoni uku. Kana unoda ndipa gift yacho enda kufoni uku. Unongono utaura pastor ndauya ndikwanisa masters ndoda kudeposita. Kune word remit. Kune mukuru. Kune ani ameno zvakasiyana. Anyways, thank you so much for the stars. Tata papiko zviyawo yangu izvozvo. Dasara ne 5 minutes. Fadzai zigumbu. Thank you. I appreciate you. Mwah. Now, let me keep going. Danda kutsanangura kuti when you poo and you have a pocket created by scratches of the inner lining of your rectum or anal region, then wakuta pupu inopfokera muchigomba chachi. Now, pamunenge makuzoita manje sexual intercourse next time. That poo is sitting in that pocket waiting for you. Poo is toxic. It is rotten. It is full of bacteria and viruses and fungus and what everything. Now, you are going back in there. You are cocotaring now. Wakukokota uka. Yono uchinzwa unge kukona kundokuru anditi ndakuzawe pamwe watomudhambisa kudhara hachanzwi hake pain. But iwewe now you are doing kusaidi kukupa hacharwadziwi enda kusaidi ndo kusingarwadza ndochikombinate muchiita muri kuenjoya zviya intimacy ramba uri pakona ipapo enda pakona ipapo aiwa chimbomuvha ndakukwira kuzasi iteso dzoka ishi buda mbichana chichi muchitaura zvamune muchitaura naye papa apa enda kusaidi apa ndo kune pupu iyaiya chimboseka iwo kadi ndo muri too serious ngati hamuzviiti ibverepo guys kukona kwari kunzi enda kukona uku urunonombora mazipupu aya waburisa muchigomba muya maakapinda mawakatsemura muya shalom, thank you for laughing with me. Tsoka buda bichana buda enda mberi kukona uku gara ipapo papupu ipo papo ndo pauri kunzi gara murume mukuru apa ngapashanda kumanyowa ikoko kumanyowa mumanyowa gara ikoko gara kukona ikoko usamuvha kadi yaweyo usamuvha kundowa ikoko kwete kundowa chete mundowi right? As you are doing that, imagine that poop is sitting in the lining of your stomach, sorry, your rectum. And then now you are pushing those viruses, uchikwidza uchidzika neziforeskin rako iroro, uchikwidza uchidzika, uchikwidza uchidzika, uchikwidza muchidzika, uchikwidza muchidzika, muchizora, muchinombora, muchiita sei. Next stage manje ine fire. Pabate pandasire papapo ndatichi ari kupinza mavirus nemabacteria muronda muyamya makagara pupu achinombora neziforeskin iroro. Vasina foreskin, because you are thrusting and you have an erection. Kakreki kaka yamuru kuona kakreki kepa senda pe organ yaka. Rufamba se. Kakreki kepa senda pe organ aka. Kakreki kaka. Kane kakati vurike imbijani. Pupu iri kupinda imomo baba wa hiya. Mai wa hiya iri kupinda lining. You are looking at infection. Deadly infection. Abscesses. Bruised hemorrhoids or piles. Bruised polypses. Cancerous what do you call it? Cells being transferred there. No protection, no condom, nothing. No lubrication. Nothing. God has never created. But it's tight. You are squeezing in and out. Pamwe wabuda ne mistake. Guys, stop it. Stop it. Ipapapa kapa. Da urumwa munu waito uya uchiwacha futi ne murumo waki papapa. Uya uchiwacha ne murumo waki. Next, when I come back, ndichaona kuti ndotaura nyaya because kune vamwe vanhu vasina nyatsonzisa zvinotaura zvemigration izvezvo. Ndichaona kuti mangwana ndotaura zvemigration here kana kuti ndotaura part 3. Ndokungacharita 4 parts chaidzo. Step by step yakazoreva naApostle kunashene zuro chaicho. Are we together, guys? Zvanhasi mabasirika here. Tosangana pa next pachirongwa. Ukamisa out on this, I will not take it away. It's recorded. And also, I'm now active on YouTube. Fortunately, someone helped me to do this, and I hope I'll be able to upload and download and what this particular one, ndikuendesa kupi ku YouTube, right? And I use the same name, Relationship Coach Gladys Mtongorea. Nditsvage ku YouTube. Wait a follow and like, because kunongo kwakuzara too much. So what I'm gonna be starting to do is ndichakwanisa kunge ndichita ma live broadcast on YouTube, ndichita ma live broadcast on Instagram and here, so I can balance. I want to maximize on those 3. Why shouldn't I be paid for what I'm doing? Kushanda kako. Kushanda want to eat. Saka kana kuchikwanisa kuti ndikapuwa masters kunongo ndikamboenda ku Instagram ndomboshanda ikoko ndikambonoshanda ibasa iri, guys. Ndakazviona pandakaenda kuZimbabwe. You can't talk to a celebrity with your word of mouth. You pay. They will not listen to you. Vamwe vacho futi vachitaura rubbish. And I've decided with the value that I have, with what I am ordained to do, why don't I teach? Ndichiwana mari out of it. Ndichiwana something out of it. Ndokuti ndisewo time. Instead yokuti ndinokwanisa kubudgeta time yangu kuti okay. Instead yokuti ndinge ndichiticha panapa na 7 o'clock, like taking a coaching client, I can actually book 1 hour yokuti ndiite live broadcast and teach here or Instagram or YouTube. Lulu anambona kana star yawandipa. Are you going to be using Mukuru or something? So next time I'm coming back with part 3, but this one I'm taking it to YouTube. Okay? Ndikuisa ku YouTube. Tozo delete zvedu pano time. So it's going to YouTube. You can watch it there with your friends. It is gonna be there forever. You can watch it there. And ndichaona kuti ndoisa title yakaita sei kuti ndisavharirwa kunze. But I will transfer it there. Dzazopawana, thanks. Anzichi? Dzazopawana. Anyway, I don't understand. Anyway, I have 2 coaching clients coming up. So today, Tamirira Pano, part 3 is coming, part 4 is coming. God bless you. I love you. Please go and make love the proper God-ordained way. Have fun. Enjoy with your husbands. I love you from the bottom of my heart. Stop fighting over these crazy things. You are going to hear the worst of the nastiest of things, part 2. Move manje from the anal. Now we are going to the vaginal one. So stay tuned. Invite people, tag family, tag friends. People are dying because of this. Marriages are crumbling down. Relationships are going down the drain. It's a man of God, it's a woman of God, it's a heathen, it's what ngoma ndio ngoma ndio kana wabatsirikawo chimboitawo kuti thank you comment section tione kuti toitawo simba rekudzoka here. Thank you comment section chimboitawo thank you comment section chimboitawo thank you comment section weduwe tione kuti tingazvifambisa sei next time. Apana abatsirikawo, no thank you guys. Majesty, thank you. Natasha, thank you. Ndovega vanhu vabatsirika sadaro vedwe effort yese ndaisa kutsanangura iyi nematemperature. Yvonne says thank you for the love and likes. Thank you Salom. Thank you Moliru. You marotero ndiri kuita masocialites these days anyway. Tembinko says thank you. All right guys, you can keep thanking me in the comment section when it's available. Ndakwenda kune client. God loves you. I love you so much. I hope you are being helped. Ndichada kutombonyora pa comment apo kuti uri kubatsirika here. Kana wanga uri pano unongotaura kuti ndabatsirikawo. Ndoziva. Thank you. Masters aya vachuda kuita figure out maenda you can access and redo. Anongoramba ari available that icon iyoyo masters. You can send stars even after. Kana waona kuti moyo wako wabatikana kudzidzisa wandaita. You can come back to this video and send my stars. Thank you.